Hey everyone, welcome to Sit and Stay Pet Services. We're super excited that you're going to be working with us, and this is a little bit of a longer presentation than most of our other ones, but we just want to kind of get you up to speed with a little bit of a pulse of our company and hopefully answer a lot of questions that you have. So this is our new hire orientation, and a bunch of training videos will follow this, but this is kind of the beginning and, like I said, the kind of introduction to our company. We did adapt this presentation from our friends at Wisconsin Pet Care who sent it to us. So we do want to just send them a quick little note to say thanks. So first of all, what we're going to talk about real quick is our new hire paperwork, just a little welcome to the company, a little bit of a history, some company awards that we've gotten. We're very privileged to have gotten. A little bit of our core values. We'll talk about payroll, policies and procedures, and a quick summary of what we talked about. So first, new hire paperwork. This is going to come to you separately. So what we'll need from you is a I-9 form filled out. That just says that you have the ability to work in the United States. And so we need proof of documentation. So this will be either a driver's license and a birth certificate, or a driver's license and a social security card, or if you have a passport, we only need one document. So if you have any questions, please contact us about that, but that's the general I-9 form. We'll send you our employee handbook and ask you to sign acknowledging that you did receive it. We need a W-4 form and an IT-2104 form. Those are our state and federal tax forms. If you need any help filling those out, you can contact a tax professional. Direct deposit form, we ask everyone to partake in our direct deposit. It can either go to a bank account, or if you don't want it to go to a bank account, we can put it on a like a Visa that you can go to an ATM and pull the money out that way. And we also have a non-compete and non-interference agreement, which basically just says that you're not working for us to steal all of our company inside information and go and open up your own pet sitting company, you know, in a year. So that's a little bit about the paperwork that we'll be asking you to fill out. Just a brief history of Sit and Stay Pet Services. We've had all these different faces throughout the years, and we're really happy that we've actually been in business now for 15 years. So we were founded in 2002 by me, Kim Sauer, and my husband started with me shortly after that, just because we got so busy that I wasn't able to take on all of the pet sits and dog walks myself. And in 2005, it's when we really started to bring on more and more staff. So we're really excited that we've grown to this point. And I wanted to do something that I loved, and I wanted to work with pets, and I wanted an alternative to people to kenneling. And, you know, I knew I loved working with dogs and with cats, and so I wanted to earn money doing something that I loved. And one of my driving forces when I first started the business, this may sound a little bit corny, but I really wanted to provide jobs to other people. That was really important to me. I realized that the industry that I picked may never be full-time jobs for a lot of people, but I really wanted to provide at least a good part-time job where people could enjoy doing something that they loved and also make extra money at the same time. So that was really part of what I wanted to do when we started this company. We're very fortunate that we have earned the Angie's List Super Service Award. That's kind of a big deal. It's less than 5% of Angie's List businesses win that prestigious award. So far, we have won it in 2011, 2013, 14, 15, and 16. In 2012, we did not have enough reviews in that calendar year to win that award, so we kind of missed the boat on that one. And we are also A+ rated on the Better Business Bureau. We take all those very, very seriously, and we're always trying to keep up with our reviews on all the different sites now that you can review people, whether it's Google or Yelp or Facebook. We always want to make sure that we have top ratings, and we take our reputation very, very seriously. So core values. What we want to do in our company is deliver nothing short of amazing. We want to engage in positive relationships. We always want to be receptive and humble. I think that's very, very important. Do everything with kindness, demonstrate integrity, and show compassion. So we'll kind of go through those one by one and kind of what they mean and how they fit into this particular position. So first of all, deliver nothing short of amazing. We always want to take the customer's breath away. We either do it right or we don't do it at all. We want to deliver the unexpected to our clients. And that's, the absolute best practice. And of course, our business partners as well. So, you might think, well, what other business partners? We're not just out here by ourselves in this community. The pet industry is very close knit in the Western New York area. And we work very closely a lot of times with other trainers. We work closely with veterinarians. We work closely with doggy daycares and pet supply owners. So there are a lot of different business partners that we have. Clients can be delighted by unexpected gifts, thank you cards, words, feedbacks, and pictures to their phones. Be open to learning new things and expanding your present horizons by brushing up on your customer service and animal skills. And always, always, always show appreciation. So if a customer leaves you a gratuity, make sure you're sending a thank you note. Unexpected gifts. We have a sitter, Becky, who is great at actually, she says it costs her practically nothing, but she takes pictures from her phone, prints them out at the store, and then gives those in person to the clients and says, thank you. I had such an amazing time with your pet. Here's a little, gift from me. And clients love this. And she said it's just cents, it's pennies. She said to print out a picture of them and give it to them. And if you think about it, how many pictures do you actually have printed out anymore? Most of the time they just live forever on your phone. So it doesn't have to be anything big. One of our sitters, Michelle, she picks up little dollar store or cheaper cat toys and takes those to clients' homes because she said the customers a lot of times don't have enough toys for their cats to play with. So, clients love and comment on that. So you don't have to do real expensive things a lot of times, but just showing that extra care and appreciation and just acknowledging that, you really do give of yourself and show that amount of kindness is huge with the clients. They really respond well to that. So this kind of leads right into positive relationships. It's all about relationships in our business. So not just relationships with our clients, but relationships in general with the community. We try hard to work with rescue groups and different shelters and nonprofit organizations. So it's not just about the clients, but of course the clients is where it all has to start. So we always want to behave in a manner that demonstrates integrity, love, and kindness. It reflects well on you as well as on the company. We always want to exceed expectations. We want to listen what the customers want and sometimes anticipate what they need, maybe when they don't even know what they need. Where appropriate, we offer our services beyond pet care. So this is generally not on a midday dog walk, but on pet sits where we bring in mail. We take care of their indoor, outdoor plants. We bring in garbage cans. And even, for our midday dog walking clients, they're going to be home at 5 o'clock to bring their garbage can or their recycle bin up to the house from the end of the driveway. But if you're there at noon and their garbage has already been taken, that's one more thing that you can do for them that just shows that you care. Now their, garbage can or recycle bin is not blowing down the street on a windy day. Or if you see a package that's out on their porch, bring it in the house. It won't get stolen and it's safer there. It won't get wet, whatever it might be. So being open to clients' needs just strengthens those relationships that we have and just, again, shows that extra level of caring about that client. Always be receptive and humble. Yes, we all make mistakes. Make sure that you're learning from your mistakes and not just, moving on to the next one. If you make an error, own it, admit it, and own that mistake. Because it happens to everybody. Everybody makes mistakes. But the more mistakes you make, I always tell people, sometimes I have staff that says to me, I'm really surprised you're not yelling and screaming at me right now. And I say, well, I just know you're never going to make that mistake again. So it's very true. Once you make a mistake, you're never, ever going to make that mistake again. And, I can generally tell when people they feel bad about the mistake that they've made or whether they don't really care about the mistake mistake that they've made. So we don't learn as humans by doing everything right. We learn, by being human along the way. If you ever need guidance, if you're ever in a situation and you don't want to make a mistake, but you realize that you're at that point where you could go right or wrong, seek assistance from a manager or call the office or another sitter and have them help and guide you. So always remain positive and, we'll all get through this together. Courtesy is king, so do everything with kindness. Always think about, what you're doing ahead of time and asking, am I delivering the kind of care I would want for my own pets? That answer is going to help guide you along the way all the time. So it'll be clear that you're conducting yourself in a manner that you would want to receive, as well as in a manner that you're proud of. And so, that's one thing that I think is always important. You think, how am I going to be proud of my actions? It's something I say to my current 8-year-old. Are you proud of how you're acting right now? Are you proud of the behavior that you've given? So, that's an important life skill. And I think that it's always good for all of us, no matter how old we are, to always think about that. Am I going to be proud of the actions that I'm doing right now? All of us have experiences where we walk away from a customer service experience, whether at a mall or at a, car repair place or wherever it might be. But you can either be absolutely blown away by the top-notch service that you received, or you can leave there disappointed. So at Sit and Stay, we represent the blown away category all the time. We always want to demonstrate integrity. So we want to conduct business in a manner that exudes transparency, honesty, and consistency. So do the right thing consistently all the time. Park as if you're a guest, not a family member. If you need to question an action, again, perhaps it's not the right thing. Am I going to be proud of the action that I take? Be prepared for emergencies. Have your tools ready and make sure that you're fully prepared to deliver absolutely amazing service. So preparation always breeds confidence. And of course, show compassion. And in this field, I think it's very, very easy for us to show compassion for the pets, but it's not always easy to show it for the humans. So let's face it, money is not the primary driver here. None of us are doing this particular job because we're going to become millionaires from it. We all do it for the love of the animals and an opportunity to bring love and kindness to a situation that might otherwise be very lonely for the pets. And of course, we get a little something out of it too, don't we? We love cuddling with those guys and the extra attention they give us as well. But make the most of the time. Clients love when we listen to them talk about their pet. So don't go to a new client interview or call up a client about their pet and start talking about your pet. It is not time to talk about your own pets. It's time to listen and let them talk about their pets. That's really important, and again, shows just that compassion that you have for them. So again, it's often very, very easy to show compassion towards the pets, but it's really important too to show compassion towards the humans. Yes, you're going to have clients that you don't particularly like. We all will eventually have those clients. But again, try to look at it from their point of view, from their perspective. Sometimes it's very, very hard to see, but just have compassion. I know when I first had my own pets, I fed them really yucky food. I didn't know any better. I did training techniques that I would never do these days because I was listening to people that I thought knew more than I did. So we all have been on a journey and a path and a road with our own pets. So realize that these people that you're taking care of their pets, they're on a different path and a different journey and a different road, and they may be way behind where you are, but just show compassion. It's not our place to judge them or to, criticize them, but just show compassion towards them. They'll eventually get where they're supposed to be with the pets, and just kind of know that you're doing the best that you can with them while they're there. So we always want to demonstrate a commitment to helping rescues. Believe me, we do a ton of events that help support rescues in our areas. That's one way that we help and support. A lot of our staff, including myself, volunteer at shelters and with individuals that need our expertise. So Sit and Stay itself was founded on the premise of providing the most amazing care possible, and that includes tons and tons and tons of compassion. So company goals that we have. Yes, we want to be known as the service that goes the extra mile, whether that is training or pet sitting or dog walking or just general customer care or helping at a rescue or a shelter that might need us. We want to know as the go-to place when we're needed. We want to be known as the top pet service in the area. Again, no matter what aspect of our business we're talking about, we want to be at the very top of our game and at the top of our industry, not just in our area, but even, hopefully spread so that people say, oh yeah, I've heard of that service. I heard that they're really great. Become indispensable to our clients and their pets. We want them to need us. We are in business to make their lives easier. So we want to become indispensable where they would say, I don't know what I would do without Sit and Stay. They save my life every day and make things easier for me and my pets. We want to offer additional services that provide convenience and peace of mind. Again, we want to be there for them in any capacity that is relevant to what we're doing. We want to continue our growth. We want to expand in new areas as well as obtain new clients in the areas that we already serve. We want to be a huge asset in our community as well. So we're always trying to create awareness and educate the public, not just on our pet services, but pet services in general, and also things that are more in the training aspect of our business, such as body language and safety at dog parks. And we want to be a real resource to the community and to the nonprofits and to the shelters and all the rescue groups. We want to be their go-to so that they say, if you have a problem, call Sit and Stay. That's what our company goals are. I should add one more thing about our company goals. I always forget about the making money aspect. We want to be profitable. When we started this business, I kind of didn't think about that too much. I know that sounds a little crazy, but I was in it for the pets. I was in it for, doing something that I enjoyed and that I loved. And for many, many years, we weren't very profitable and I made a lot of mistakes in our business. But that just goes to show that we're all learning along the way and we all make mistakes. And so I am adding that to the list because I need to say it out loud that it is good to be a profitable business because that will ensure that we can hire more people and we can help more pets and we can do better for the community. So it's not that, we need to sit on a huge pile of money, but we don't need to be a company that's taking losses. We need to be a company that is profitable. So that is also a company goal. Okay, moving on. Policies and procedures. So we'll be sending these to you in our employee manual, our employee training videos, and our emergency procedures. We changed these, and I didn't want to make this video too long, so we're not going to include the policies and procedures here, but they will also be sent to you. It also discusses New York State is an at-will employment state and equal opportunity employment, and so we ask that you just acknowledge that, and that will be sent again with our employee manual. And then, of course, our confidentiality and non-compete agreement that we discussed earlier. Yay, right? Payday. So compensation is outlined in your job description. Again, that's not something that's a one size fits all for training and pet sitting and dog walking. So it's sent separately. But the pet sitter software system or training system, whichever you're using, the check-ins and checkouts and feedback forms are all your time card. So make sure that you are using those diligently, and we will make sure and be checking up to make sure that nothing is missed, and we'll be bugging you if we see any inconsistencies. Our pay periods run from Monday morning through the following Sunday night. So paydays are done weekly on Fridays. We do ask everybody to use direct deposit. So it's either direct deposited on Friday into your bank account or onto your debit card if you're using a debit card. So a lot of people don't think about this, but tax information is important with this job. You are an employee through Sit and Stay, but so that means that you'll be covered under our workers' compensation insurance, our disability insurance, our bonding, liability insurance, and we take taxes out of your paycheck and file and pay those on your behalf. But it's still beneficial for you to keep track of certain expenses that may be helpful to you at tax time. You do have to itemize your taxes in order to take advantage of these. And a lot of tax professionals would say, oh, no, if you're an employee, then you don't want to bother itemizing your taxes. It'll cost you more money. But we've had several of our employees that have pressured their tax individuals, their tax professionals at the end of the year to figure it out with itemizing and not itemizing. And itemizing has worked best for them almost every time, just because you do travel a lot, and your mileage and stuff is all tax deductible. So keep track of your business mileage with your vehicle, what you're traveling from house to house. Keep track of vehicle expenses. How much gas do you put in your car? How much do you pay a month for your gas? Do you did you need new tires? Did you have to fix your brakes? Like any type of expense that you have for your vehicle can be written off if you itemize. And not the entire thing, but usually a portion of it. Any purchases you make for work. If you do print out pictures of pets, keep the receipts for those. Those are tax deductible at the end of the year. Anything that's not reimbursed. So if you buy cat litter for a client and then you get reimbursed from us and we charge the client, you cannot claim that. But if you are buying them treats or poop bags or anything, for cat clients, like toys or any toys for dogs, you can claim that. And also any clothing purchases that you make for work. If you buy special snow boots or a warm walking jacket, something like that, or a special raincoat, those types of things are tax deductible. So, keep all of those receipts, keep a journal or a list of all that stuff, and take that to your tax professional at the end of the year. Believe me, it's not easy to keep up on all that stuff. I don't enjoy tax time either, or keeping up with it all throughout the year, but a lot of times it does pay off, and it can amount to a substantial amount. So representation, of course, it's always really important at Sit and Stay that we exceed the requests of our clients. This is really hard for a lot of people, myself included. The customer is always right when knowing what works best for their animals. So if they choose to feed fish food to their dog, it is not our place to initiate a change. And believe me, I cannot stress that enough. I go into clients' homes that honestly, I feel like they should be cleaner. And I don't think the food and water bowls get cleaned often enough. And I think that the house is too dirty. And I don't mean messy, I mean dirty. But it is not my place. It's not my place to say that their cats are too fat, or that, maybe their dog is too thin, or that, the dog should be in a crate when they're not in a crate. All of that stuff is not my place to say. I am there and I even have to take my dog trainer's hat off when I go into clients' homes, because they may be training in a way that I don't like or I think is unsafe. So, I am there as a pet sitter, and I am not there as a pet food expert or a dog trainer. If I am there as a dog trainer, that's different. But most of the time, if I'm there as a pet sitter, you have to take off your dog training hat. So keep that in mind, and try not to be, like we said earlier, judgmental or critical of people. Everyone's at a different place in their life. Everyone has different values. I'm a little bit more of a neat freak, so I recognize that. And yes, like I said, some people are dirtier than I would choose to live, but that doesn't mean that I am calling the SPCA on their home. So just recognize, and of course, you can vent at home, but certainly not anyone that is going to repeat what you say or that will overhear what you say. So remember that you always reflect, sit and stay, always demonstrate that positive attitude. And again, word travels fast. So never, ever, ever talk badly about another pet professional, whether that's a dog trainer or a veterinarian or a groomer. It doesn't matter who it is. Never talk badly about them. I don't care if you don't agree This includes on social media. Don't be bashing other pet professionals, even if it's a competitor of ours. We work closely with a lot of our competitors, believe it or not. I don't see competition as a bad thing. I see it as only a good thing for our business and our industry. So we never talk badly about any other pet professionals or other, anyone in the pet industry. It includes clients, any company, please, always take the high road and don't go with the low road. Engagement. At each visit, we walk and or play with the animals. So make sure that you're being engaging with them, not just walking around and doing the things that you need to do and kind of ignoring the pets. I don't think anybody that works for us is doing that. But that's the bonus, and that's the best part of the job. So I believe everybody is definitely enjoying that aspect of it, but that is also a really important part of our job. Showing appreciation to our clients. If they leave you a gratuity, or sometimes clients will leave you a gift, write a thank you note. Don't just send a text or a quick email. Actually get out pen and paper and write a thank you note. You will be shocked at how far that goes. Nobody does that anymore. So yes, it's old fashioned. Yes, it'll cost you a stamp, but it is so unusual that people will show how much you actually appreciate it. And gratuities are often left by clients. First, I ask that you make sure it is a gratuity. Once in a great while, we will have clients that think they can just leave payment on the counter. Most of the time, we're really good by teaching our clients that they need to mail in payment to the office, but please verify first. We have had instances in the past where we've told the client, like, hey, you haven't paid your bill, and they said, oh, I left the payment on the counter, and the staff took that entire payment as a gratuity. So please make sure you just check with the office, make sure it is indeed a gratuity. And if you're sharing visits with another pet sitter, again, be kind, be honest, be gracious. Make sure your gratuity is divided fairly, because if you're the first one at the visit, that doesn't mean you're doing a majority of the visits. So please make sure that you're sharing. You would want that to be shared with you if you were not the first sitter that was at that home. Okay, so different types of visits. We have dog walking visits. These are generally 30-minute visits consisting of a walk, giving treats if it's okay, refreshing their water, taking a picture, and sending a note through our pet sitting software. So sometimes 45 and 60-minute walking visits are also arranged, but your schedule and your pay will reflect that. Then we have, these are usually pet sitting visits, dog or multi-pet, for when the clients are on vacation. So these are also generally 30-minute visits consisting of a short walk if there's dogs in the home or they require a walk or request a walk. Sometimes a feeding, depending on the dog's schedule, playtime, house checks, watering plants or checking the yard, checking the mail, gathering newspaper, maybe taking out the garbage. If there's cats or other small animals in the home, you'll also perform some of the duties under the cat pet sits. And again, these can also be scheduled as 45 or 60-minute visits. For cat and caged animal pet sitting, these are, again, 30-minute visits generally. They're feedings, litter box or cage cleanings, playtime, house checks. So we're doing all the same kind of things that we did, but just dependent on whether there's dogs or cats or small caged animals in the home. And then we have also overnight pet sitting and house sitting. So generally here, we're there early evening throughout the morning, so staying and actually sleeping in the client's home overnight. Visits typically start around 9 to 10 p.m. We usually have to be in the home by 10 p.m. and then they wrap up between 6 and 7 a.m. There may be some flexibility in the time. Talk to management if you have any questions, certainly before you do your first overnight. But in addition to doing that, we would, get mail. We would have normal, feedings and walks in the morning. We would water plants. We would do all that kind of normal things that we would do during that time frame as well. And we're also starting another service called Almost Overnights, which is like a 2-hour time frame in the evening and then just a quick 30-minute morning visit. So that is for people that don't want to spend the money for an overnight or don't need exactly us to sleep in their home, but they want us to spend a little bit more time with their pets. So those are some different services that we offer. For your schedule, requesting time off, we ask that all staff provide at least 2 weeks notice before taking any planned time off. We always try to accommodate time off requests within 2 weeks notice. Sometimes we know situations don't allow for 2 weeks. In those cases, please try to let us know the week before. A lot of times the current week will only be granted in case of an emergency. If there's other illnesses or unexpected events, please notify management or the office as soon as possible. And we ask that you call other sitters in your area to get your visits covered. It's often much easier for you to just call the sitter that's closest to you and arrange with them to pick up your keys. But it's often helpful if you can do at least some of the visits instead of taking off the entire day, so that can be arranged a little bit easier. And then if you have, scheduled doctor's appointments or other commitments, we just ask that you kind of work them around your schedule as best you can. So for dress code, we try very hard to maintain a level of professionalism in all aspects of our care, behavior, and of course, even our dress. How we look and act and how we are perceived and present ourselves in the community is really, really important. We only have one chance to make a first impression, and that impression needs to be both positive and professional. So our dress code is aimed at a conservative client base. It's the majority of our clients. And so that's kind of what we base our dress code on. At all times, our employees should look polished and professional. And this doesn't matter if you're out walking or caring for animals, your appearance should always be neat and clean. I don't care if you roll out of bed, sleep in your sweatpants, and go do your morning visits, but they shouldn't be the pants that you have just, painted in or have, maybe profanity on them or something like that. They should always still be neat and clean. So, clothing for meet and greets, we're a little bit more strict. We ask that you wear a sit and stay shirt. We have t-shirts for the entire staff. If it's winter, you can wear a long sleeve shirt underneath. We also have, we provide the t-shirt that you can wear for sit and stay events or for meet and greets or new client registrations. If you want, though, you can also purchase. We have sweatshirts, we have polo shirts. There's a bunch of different things that you can get that we would be happy to provide information on those for you. At meet and greets, we also ask that you have clean khaki or black pants or shorts. Please don't have your shorts be too short. So we say about 6 inches above the knee is about the max. Closed-toed shoes that you can slip on and off at a client's home are easiest. For out walking and caring for the animals, we just ask that your clothes are free of tears, stains, and profanity, appropriate for safety, so both of your own safety and that of the pets and dogs that you're walking. Often long baggy sleeves can get caught in leashes, and while picking up poop, which you do not want your sleeve caught in poop while you're picking it up, and jewelry a lot of times that can get caught on things, or a lot of times I've seen dogs go after like long dangly earrings, so be careful of those kinds of things. Again, we ask that you wear closed-toed shoes. Please don't wear flip-flops on your dog walks. We've had an incident where someone fell because they tripped on their own flip-flops. So please wear closed-toed shoes. Flip-flops, again, are just not safe for running or if you need to get out of a dangerous situation. And of course, heels are unsafe for dog walking and should not be worn. Not approved clothing while on duty. We ask that you do not wear sports bras, bathing suits, or short shorts. Midriffs and cleavage should be covered at all times. And this is just, again, we're looking for aiming our look at a conservative client base. Pants that drag on the ground or hang loose around your backside are prohibited. Hair is neatly groomed and styled, business casual preferred. Self-expression of individual styles such as piercings, gauging, tattoos, hairstyles should be disguised when you're meeting with clients, particularly to show a level of professionalism aimed at a conservative client base. And then makeup should be tastefully done and non-extreme. Facial piercings or tattoos should be disguised while on duty for sit and stay. So again, I don't have a problem with self-expression in individual styles in general, but when you're working or even think about posting anything on Facebook, or if you're putting pictures up of anything on our Facebook page or representing yourself even on your social media sites, on Instagram and those types of things, just make sure that they are in good taste for a general conservative client base. If you have any questions or comments about anything that we have talked about in this entire kind of orientation, don't hesitate to call management or the office with any questions, comments, or concerns. We do say you can call or email us. Our preferred method of speaking with our staff is email, only because often we want to really reserve the office for taking client calls. But if there is something that you have a question policy about, if you're a new sitter and you need to call us, by all means, you can. But like I said, once you're kind of up and running and know what you're doing, it's much better for us if you can email the office instead of calling, just because, like I said, we're really trying to keep those phone lines open and be using those to communicate with our clients as much as possible. So we wanted to welcome you to the team. I absolutely love this picture because it really does show that we all need to be a team together. We are successful when you are successful. So again, please let us know anything that you have questions about, and we all really look forward to working with you, and we're so happy that you're here and joining us. Thank you again.